Welcome back to Soul Food. This episode is brought to you by friends and family at Soul. Coming back to you with another spicy
Yep.
topic. What is it, babe?
A lot of people asking us about this.
Oh my
right?
goodness. Is it because it's a new year? They want a new start? So what's the topic we're talking about today, babe?
Okay, the topic is how to know you are over your ex.
I want to sing my favorite song. I just killed my ex.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited to talk about this actually.
How to know you're over your ex.
Yeah.
It's a new year, exciting times.
Yes.
You want to make sure that you start new.
So new year, new boyfriend.
New year, new boyfriend. That's
new year,
the
new
worst.
girlfriend.
I remember before dating you, I took about almost a year just to chill and not date anyone, like very intentional.
When you met me, were you like looking?
Looking, I guess I'm more of like an opportunist as well. You know, I'm like, oh, if God, there's an opportunity, yeah, let's explore, let's discover. That's how I used to be. But when I met you, of course, we were in a very different season of our life as well. You were dating then.
Yeah.
I
wasn't looking.
Yeah, you were looking.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really looking, like, you know what I mean?
I wasn't looking, but when I met you,
Yeah.
you look like someone
Oh, sup, guys? But yeah, of course, when I saw you
Yeah.
as well, yeah, of course, their feelings are there. You know, I liked you, and I want to get to know you.
You still like me now?
Of course, keeping it 100. Yeah. But yeah, looking back, just that 1 year, I think it was really good for me because I remember if you just rewind back, you know, when I was dating from like high school and then after high school, I was just looking for a companion.
Yeah.
Shout out to my mom, Auntie Winnie. You know, sometimes she says the wisest things. I remember one day she just like caught me off guard. She was like, Dan, you are just afraid to be alone, are you? And I'm like, why? Why does my mom have to say all these things? But you know what? She was right. You know, I was just afraid to be alone. You know, I think it stemmed from something that was, I guess, unhealthy, where I just wanted to, you know, ensure there's someone by my side. Basically a companion, you know.
But after you broke up with your previous girlfriend before me, how does that 1 year looks like? What did you do?
I invested a lot of my time with friends. I think that 1 year was really good. I
How
explored a lot
long
of
it took
different
you
things.
until you are like completely detached from your previous relationship?
Now, this is the interesting thing, right? Because, we also have met people before. Different people operate differently. There are some who break up after a week, they're completely fine. You know?
Really?
Yeah. We met, remember that guy who, he was just completely fine. And we were like, yeah, like,
Maybe they were preparing before
he was
it,
not.
like-
Yeah, right? That was one of the things that we talk
Yeah.
about. I guess that will be another tangent to go and talk about, like, about another topic. But yeah, some people, maybe they prepared all this while, and then when they officially break up, they just took a week and then they're okay, they're ready. Some people, after 2 years, 3 years, they're still thinking about their ex.
Yeah.
You know, they're not done with it. So I guess today we want to, you know, have this conversation. Again, like being aware of like what's going on and what's
Yeah.
happening. And so back to me first, like how that 1 year looked like. Then like, that 1 year was crucial. It was important for me before I started dating you. I'm glad for a mentor who, you know, challenged me like, hey, now you just broke up. Why don't you just take a year for yourself? You know, there was no like pray and then ask God, and God spoke like, Daniel, 1 year, you're not gonna date. No, it wasn't like that. It was more of like a very casual.
Fasting from dating.
Yeah,
for
you know what I
1
mean?
year.
It wasn't that as well. It was just like a very casual, okay, you know what? why not just take 1 year for yourself? Discover yourself. It was just that. And so I'm hoping that through this episode, we could just challenge some people, just like, you know what?
Yeah.
If you need time, just take time for yourself,
We receive a lot of question about this actually.
Yeah.
Like, do you think I'm ready? I don't think I'm ready. How to know whether I'm ready or not for the next relationship?
As I remember that time when we had that conversation with that guy, you were so not like pleased, like how. Then we had a conversation after that, babe. This 1 week he's okay, he's fine. I'm like, hey babe, I don't know.
I think also maybe like because for my case, when I met you, I wasn't ready. I dated someone.
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend like when I met you. But when I met you, you are a friend that kind of make me question a lot of things about my life, like my life decision and everything else.
You're
Then I
making
kinda
you're making me sound like I slide in the DMs and
maybe you did. Kind of intrigued by it, but it makes me question my relationship. Maybe you purposely do that.
hey.
Like, yeah.
I
So
have to admit, when I met you, I was really interested. I liked you, but my state of mind, I know that I didn't want to date you. Like I know I don't want to be in a dating commitment kind of thing. And I mean, you were in a relationship as
Yeah.
well. I mean, of course, things were not doing well,
Yeah.
and I was very, very mindful. I wanted to make sure
it's
that
already quite shaky.
yeah,
like, when I get to
and
know them.
I'm glad we started off respectfully.
Yeah.
Just as friends, talking to one another. In fact, I guess I was that kind of friend that was like, hey, maybe you should,
You give him a chance.
give him a chance
Like,
this
I
way,
broke up
you
first
know?
with him. Then we had a conversation. I told you, I just broke up. Then you were like, give him maybe you want to give him a chance again. I give him a chance.
Yeah.
Another round, but I don't know, kind of like not settled that time, right? But in the end of the day, also a few months after that, that second get together with him.
Yeah.
Then I broke up again.
Yeah.
Right. Then I told you about it. Remember?
So for
Then-
me, I felt that second breakup was like, yes. I think, okay.
I'm very sure that I want a breakup. I think I was sure. I was sure that I wanted a breakup. Then 2 months after,
yeah. I waited 2 months.
wait, only 2 months. You actually asked me out
Yeah.
to be your girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean,
And I remember
I wasted no time.
yeah. Okay, that's the thing actually what I like about you.
Um,
Maybe there's actually I kind of appreciate that, but at the same time also is the cost of the hardship in our relationship the past
That
2
1
years.
year was-
That's why we have this conversation.
Yeah,
maybe.
that 1 year was very, very hard. But I remember I was impatient with the process. I had this thought in mind. I didn't want to be friend zoned by you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be friend zoned by you, and
I kind of a professional in friend zoning people that time,
yep.
and you saw that.
I saw that. Like, I didn't want to be friend zoned, so I acted out of fear.
Yeah,
I acted out of fear.
I acted out of fear too when I accepted you. To be honest,
And that 1 year was tough because I remember in that 1 year you told me that you were not settled.
yeah,
As in, like, yeah, you recognize the breakup.
yeah,
You recognize that it was hard, it was tough, but the feelings were
yeah.
there.
I wanted a breakup that time. I'm sure I wanted a breakup, but I know that I am still healing and I wasn't ready for relationship.
Yeah.
Which I actually told you about it.
Yes,
I don't
you
know if
did.
you remember that. I say I don't think I'm ready. But at that point of time, I have to be honest with you. I also acted out of fear. I because I know I like you. Like when I broke up, actually I know I like you, and then there are a lot of qualities in you that I want in a life partner, not even just in a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was afraid that I will lose you. What if I say no and you are not going to be in my life anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think both of us, we acted out of fear, and then we started our relationship like that. But
Yeah.
I know that I wasn't ready. I know I wasn't ready, and that first year was disastrous.
Yeah,
right?
disastrous. Looking back at it, and based on our faith. I really thank God. You know, we are married today, coming to our 10th year
Yeah.
soon. It's really God who really helped us.
Yeah.
You know,
Really.
and I'm really grateful for a healthy community,
Community,
people around us,
friends.
and these are the things that plays a part.
Yeah.
You know, in it, because I think that first year it was really hard. I remember I wanted to break up.
Yeah.
I remember I wanted to break up, and I was like, no, I cannot do this because I felt like you were unsettled. I felt like I was a rebound guy. I felt
But
like
you were not a rebound
Yeah,
guy.
I know. I mean,
I really like you.
I know, but you know,
I really
in
want to be with you, but I know that
my
I wasn't
insecurity,
ready.
you know.
Yeah.
And I remember, and I remember I shared this before. You know, that was the game changer for our relationship. That you know, you really put in your effort to build that relationship. I don't know if this angle is aligned with our topic for today, but I think one of the moments that made me feel like, you know what, there's hope in this relationship was when I remember I told you I want to break up. I told you like I don't think this is going to work out, and you were staying maybe about a good 50 kilometer away
About
from
an
where.
hour and a half drive, is it? Like an hour?
No, lah, babe. Maybe
An
45
hour?
minutes, 45
Okay.
minutes
Yeah.
drive from where you were staying to my location. And you've only been to my location once. And it was like after service,
Yeah.
I wanted to drop my bass guitar back home. And then we just went there and dropped my bass. And then we left. And I think that was the only time that you remember of that space. And mind you, this was like pre-Waze, pre-Google Maps.
Yeah.
The whole GPS system was just very new. And I might have told you I want to break up. And then like an hour and a half later, I had a knock on my door. Because I remember you were calling and I wasn't answering my phone, you know, and I had a knock on my door and you were there. I was like, what are you doing here? You know, and I remember you rented a car from one of the guys who on campus who had a business of renting out cars. You rented a car by the hour and you drove all the way to come find me. And for me, I was like, wow, this girl really
There's no GPS, no ways.
yeah, and I'm so proud of you, babe, and I really love you for it because at that moment it showed me that you really fight for that. You want to
Yeah.
fight for that relationship. You fought for that relationship, you know, for us. But coming back again to
Yeah.
this,
I think my not readiness for the
ooh,
relationship, right?
we were
Like,
not ready then, right?
me not being fully healed before I started relationship with you caused a lot of frustration with our relationship.
Yeah.
I remember being so conflicted because I like you. I want to be with you. But my heart is so conflicted. There are like certain occasions and certain triggers that make me still thinking about my ex. And we were still in the same uni that time.
Yeah.
Like time to times I still like bump into him. And we have a conversation. We still eat together, and you know, like we already start dating.
Dating, yeah.
So it wasn't healthy at all. It wasn't healthy at all, and I hurt you a lot. But I was so conflicted. I was really conflicted. I to the point that I don't know what to do. Yeah. So I think this is why also we have this conversation. I mean, more
Yeah.
than we were having a lot of young people asking us these questions. We have the story also like that we want to share. It's like this,
Yeah.
and
It's definitely not an easy one. You know, going back to it, like especially having this conversation today, wow, it was very tough. It's very,
Yeah.
very tough. And so today's conversation really is to identify some of the traits, I
Yeah,
guess,
yes.
to be aware so that you don't fall into the trap
Yeah.
and go through what we went through. And I think really if you can put your ego aside, you know, and tell yourself, I'm not ready to date, I'm not ready to date,
Yeah.
you know. And I know this is something very hard to say, but trust takes time, you know, and you to trust time as well.
yeah. Sometimes he or she might be the right person, but might not be the right time.
Oh,
Right.
you're going straight for it, right?
Or it could be the right time for you to date. You're ready, but that person is not the right person. I don't know. It
Yeah.
could be that. But how to know you are not over your ex? I think one of the indicator is like when you still have a strong emotional reactions
To
like
songs.
to anything that triggers you,
Yeah.
like the sight of him or her, or when you scroll social media and then you see a post of someone related to him or her, not even his post,
Yeah.
maybe like the sister or the
Yeah.
best friend,
Yeah.
or the place you used to go to together, like, and it causes, it triggers some emotion like anger, like you're still angry or you're still sad, like a
Yeah.
sadness or a longing, even a longing, I think, I have
If
to,
only this could have been better and things would work out well.
so recognize those kind of feeling, like if it still triggers you that way, you are still healing.
Yes.
I don't think you should jump to relationship
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Right?
No,
I don't know.
it's
What do you
because
think?
Merv, definitely I agree, babe. Looking back, like if those moments, like even for myself, like when certain songs that come on the radio, like today, certain songs I listen to, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember. Oh my gosh, this song has so much
Yeah.
memory attached to
There,
it.
there,
But
there
when I
are
was
some songs that attached to my memory with my past relationship as well. But for now, like, it doesn't trigger any
right,
emotion.
it doesn't trigger
Right.
anymore. But when we were younger, they were like, oh my gosh, I miss her. You know what I mean? I think about her, like, oh, this is like our song.
Uh-huh.
And it could, in that song, maybe it could not even be your official song together, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that song means something to you.
Uh-huh.
But then, like, you're like, you kind of laugh it off. I remember one of the songs that meant something to me was Usher's My Boo.
Oh.
It started when we
Yeah, I
were
didn't know
younger,
this.
you were mine, And then, like,
Yeah, I'll make fun of you. But
sure, babe.
okay.
And I know some people listening to this, they're like, oh my God, that's my song too, right? and today when I listen to it, I'm like, oh my gosh, what a season of my life. But back then when I was younger, like, yeah, started when we were younger, and the thing. So I think that was really one indicator to know that you are not healed yet, But again, also, right, we don't want to fall into that trap of this what if, fall into the trap of like, oh my gosh, she's that person, that girl, that guy for me back then, and there's so much memory to it, that was my best kiss, that was my first hug, that was my first intimate moment with that person, and I really enjoyed that experience. Now that's dangerous. And that's another sign that you're not
Yeah,
over, because then now you're carrying all this baggage with you.
Yeah.
Because if
To
I'm
your
dating
new
a new
relationship.
person, I gotta be like,
Yep.
okay, with me and Caroline, I want to create new memories.
Yeah.
With Caroline right now, I want to be that new. I want to have that new moments with
Yeah.
her. And if you just keep going back to the good old days in your imagination, and then the worst thing is you get into that comparing mode.
Yes.
Oh gosh, and we realize so many couples fall into that trap.
Yeah. You are ready when you stop comparing your potential boyfriend or girlfriend with your ex.
Yeah,
Right. And I think you are also, there's an indicator that you're ready when, instead of thinking, when the triggers of the past relationship triggers your all the deep emotion.
Yeah.
Instead of that, you start thinking about your future. The moment you say, like what you say, like you're excited to create new memories.
yeah,
Then you are ready.
yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. Because I think there's some, who struggle that can't even go to the mall because the mall reminds them of their past.
yeah.
They can't even turn on their favorite song anymore because it reminds them of their past. And I mean, respectfully, you might have experienced a bad breakup. Respectfully, you are going through a tough time right now. And again, this episode is not to bash and to go against people who are, recovering. No, that's not that. Our intention is, again, to bring an awareness that, hey, these are the things that, if you're not careful, will lead you not towards health,
Yeah.
but lead you down this path where you're not going to heal, lead you to deteriorate, and are you ever going to find like a person that would really treasure,
Yeah.
that you can treasure and will treasure you as well?
Yeah.
So
The other day, I scroll TikTok and then I saw a post like this person block you in social media. Let's say the X, I think.
yeah.
And then not long after that, BJX964X following you. Who that is? Who that is?
Yeah.
So I think one of the indicator that you are still healing and then you need some time is when you find yourself stalking that person in social media.
Don't do that,
You start to
guys.
use your second, third,
Don't do that.
fourth account to follow
Hmm.
that person or the new girl that he is dating.
Yeah.
And then you started to, like, oh, this person go to this place and that. So I don't
Yeah.
think that's healthy, right?
Yeah,
That's not helping.
It's not healthy at all. Like, why? Why do you want to go and like scratch that? What do you call that scar?
Yeah.
Right?
Or you
Yeah.
post a fishing pictures
Oh,
of yourself and then you check your
whether your ex is checking a picture, right?
you check your viewers. Oh, he is
Ah.
looking at it.
Babe, I'm glad that you didn't do anything like that. I'm glad.
I don't have time
But
for
you
it.
know
And no, back then we don't have such things. We only have Facebook.
So if we had that, you will do it, babe.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Because like when we
Okay,
started,
yeah. You know what? If
when
we
we
were,
started that time, right, I was really conflicted.
if
really.
if we were unhealthy and we had that same platform today back then, yeah,
Might be,
maybe,
I
right?
might be,
right?
though.
Thanks, babe, for
Right?
confessing.
Especially if we don't have like the right friends.
Yeah. Who just hype you up to tell you that show him what he's missing. Girl, post that picture right now. Bro,
Glow
post.
up.
Like, yeah.
Like
This
the
is the thing
social
that,
media,
yeah.
right? Like
I
after
cannot take it.
broke up and then you glow after broke up. I think I find it very unhealthy though. I
Yes.
mean, like, yes, you start to like, I mean,
Improve,
it's good.
you're doing
Yes,
well.
it's good that you start working about yourself, upgrading yourself.
Yeah,
You go
yeah.
gym
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah.
start taking care of your skin, appearance, and everything. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
right? But the moment you
The
are
intention for the post.
Yes, the moment you are looking for external validation, I don't think that is the real healing.
No. Y- those videos you watch on TikTok and IG, right? Those like post breakup glow up.
Yeah.
Breakup glow ups. Suddenly, that person was like maybe the guy one especially, like he's bulgy, he's fat, and the next thing you know, he's like going to gym and he's like buff. I'm like, good for you, bro.
Right?
You're taking
Then
care
the
of yourself.
girls started to wear Lululemon.
Yeah, Shout out to
Gym
Lululemon, right? Oh
picture.
my gosh.
Pilates.
Yeah. I mean, if you're putting yourself out there in the dating world, you want to meet someone new, I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think intention is key. But hey, let's be honest. If you just want to get back at your ex, like if you want to get back at your ex, that is one indicator. Another indicator that you are not over your ex.
Right.
You are dwelling in your pain and all. And I think some of the common ones would be also you in conversation with your friends, having a conversation with your friends, you just keep bringing up your ex.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man, I'm thinking about someone now.
Oh,
Someone I
right.
know.
Please, no name drops, right, babe?
Name drops.
Like
I
how
love you, whoever you are.
you're talking to them and it's like, oh yeah, he used to do this for me. Then you thought like, okay, just one time lah, right? One time you talk about it. Then suddenly, oh yeah, he used to do this to me. Hey, hello.
But I know it's not easy because I
yes,
went
yes.
through that. It's really not easy to to just heal after a breakup.
Yeah.
Because you used to be he or she used to be someone who is so close
Significant to you.
Significant, and then
He or
like,
she were your trench buddy.
yes, and then
Yeah.
now you don't have that anymore. It's just not nice. It's
Yeah.
very painful process.
It's not.
But it is necessary. Like for you to move on, you have to go through that process of healing.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not easy. I remember that's why I went through that rabbit hole of yeah.
Yeah. And the reason again why, we are talking about this today and having this conversation, our desire is to see healthy individuals that will build healthy relationships that will lead to healthy marriage.
Yes.
And when there are healthy marriage, there will be healthy families.
Yeah.
I'm just sick and tired of people just getting divorced, like it's nothing. Like, oh, we can't work it out.
Yeah.
That's divorce. You know, I want to be very careful here because there are some people who are maybe in an abusive marriage, who are in a toxic marriage, and they have tried therapy, counselors, and really there is no way out.
Yeah.
And divorce is a solution. Okay, I respect that. But there are some individuals because you are not over your ex. You know what I mean? And now you're carrying that hurt into your marriage. Guys, that's the last thing we want. And boy, oh boy, today, you know, leading a community and meeting so many young people, the reality of some of these young people, their parents are going through that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I thank God, babe, we are not that. Because
Yeah.
that's the last thing we want to put Ayla and Carl through.
Yeah.
You know, that daddy is not settled with his ex. Mommy is not settled with his ex. You know, and the worst thing that could happen is Ayla and Kyle feels like this is a norm. And then they carry this in their relationship. Why? Because my parents, you know, they make it look like normal. So
Yeah.
and we're going through, and that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
I really want to strive, and we're having this conversation because we want to strive for
Yeah.
healthy relationships. You know, where you build your life together, where both of you are helping each other to be a better version.
Yes.
Where both of you are really elevating yourselves. But if you're in this zone, you're just robbing each other's energy.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
we
gosh.
recognize that it's a very painful process.
It is.
But it's necessary.
Yeah.
Let's discuss about like what can we do? Like if there's someone out there, they are going through this.
Yeah.
They went through a breakup and then they are figuring out like
Yeah.
when can I start? You know, what should I do to make myself ready? Let's discuss about that. Like what
Wow.
if suddenly, you know, like you listen to your Spotify playlist or maybe like radio and then your songs.
I
up.
hope you're
What should we do?
happy. Oh my gosh, Olivia.
Yeah.
Right. all the sad songs, right?
You know, I'm Indonesian.
Yeah.
Most of the Indonesian songs are
Oh
the
my
breakup
gosh.
songs.
I know this is gonna make me sound old, but there's this song called Sophia. Hey Sophia.
That's about
malam ini. That's what
about an
second.
affair.
Second. Oh
It's
no
not
no
really.
no.
Oh, it's about breakup with your ex. No, with
No,
your
your side chick,
second-
your side chick.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's not. No. Which other song? No.
Which one?
Kenangan terindah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. What is
There's
it?
another song also called Mantan Terindah.
Indonesians, please start writing better songs. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean it's really
Maybe a lot of
crazy, right?
heartbreak in Indonesia. That's why all these songs are
Again,
really
we
good.
know that heartbreak sells. Thanks to people like Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
you
But
know.
what should we do? Okay, maybe it helps. You know, like Taylor Swift, right? Broke up and then wrote song. Maybe it's what helped her to go.
I mean,
through
if
that.
it's an outlet, again, I think one of the things is if it's an outlet
Mm-hmm.
for you to recover, but you got to be aware, right? This is like like I know people who journal.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe.
Oh,
Please,
journaling
Swifties,
actually
please
helps
don't
me.
kill me again, Swifties. Maybe that's how Taylor Swift recovers,
maybe.
right? When writing that song, she's like letting it all out, and then it's like a face, like over, right? Done with it. Because I know there are some people who journal, like they journal, they write. This is a phase of my life. I feel, and journaling helps.
Yeah.
Like if I could recommend, journaling really helps. Like write down what's happening, and then literally that action of flipping the page,
Yeah.
it's a new page
yeah.
in your life. So journaling really helps. Songwriting, I guess.
Songwriting helps, but listening to those breakup songs will
Oh
help.
my gosh.
You know, I was just like googling the Mantan Terindah lyrics.
Okay, so what does it say?
Mau dikatakan apa lagi, kita tak akan pernah satu. Engkau di sana, aku di sini, mesti hatiku memilihmu. Like, you know, this lyric is like, whatever we do, we can't be one.
Oh my, how about Kenangan Terindah?
You are there,
That's
I'm
like,
here, but my heart choose you.
right? How about Kenangan
it's
Terindah?
not-
Wait, Kenangan
I'm sorry,
Terindah.
this song doesn't help
Right.
people to move on. Kenangan Terindah.
What's the lyrics?
Really
I remember it's
like-
quite painful as well, right?
Yeah. It's Samson, is it?
Yeah, it's by Samson.
Do we
Samson is
have
a-
Indonesian listener?
Yeah. Shout out to all our Indonesian listeners. Yeah, we're gonna call you out right now.
It is. No.
I love this song, by the way. It's nice, right?
Sabar.
It's quite mad. The lyrics, like
Bila yang tertulis untukku
Ada.
adalah yang
Yeah.
terbaik untukmu, kan ku jadikan kau.
Kau
I
tenangan.
can't sing, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. But what does it mean again in English?
What is written to me?
Yeah.
Correct ya?
Yeah. What does it mean?
If what's written to me is what's best for you, I'll make you the best memory in my life. But it's not easy for me to leave those memory that is already carved forever in my heart as
Now
the
again,
most beautiful memory. Is it? I
again,
think it's like
our
that.
past does not equate the future.
Uh-huh.
But our past can educate us
Yeah.
to be a better person for the future.
Yeah.
I think it's so important to know that because a lot of people they carry their pains from their past,
Yes.
and then they build this like barricade. Oh no, I want to make sure that I don't date this guy anymore.
Yeah.
And all. No. Maybe you dated a good guy or a good girl that had bad habits. Learn from those moments
Yeah.
so that when you date this next person, oh yeah, this was a bad habit. Let me communicate about it. Let me talk about it. You know, or you want to date someone in the future who, okay, don't carry these traits and these habits. So I guess that's also another one,
But I
right?
like it. Journaling really help.
Yeah.
Right?
What ideas you have?
Writing songs. Unblocking that person in social media.
Unblocking?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. So I mean blocking. Sorry. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Blocking. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Right.
Blocking, right? Blocking that person.
Yeah. To avoid you.
Or muting that person.
Muting. Yeah. Maybe blocking is a bit.
For the time being, you know,
Maybe blocking is a little bit.
strong.
Yeah.
But you
no,
know
like
what?
for me,
Yeah.
when I mute the person, I'm clear that it's not always about that person. It's about me. I need some time to heal.
Right.
I need sometimes to,
Recover,
to
right?
Yeah, to recover.
But I think blocking would definitely help as well because if that season, let's say you just break up, right, 1 week or 2 weeks in, a week or 2 week in, right?
But now there is a mute function, right? Maybe muting
I
is
think whether if mute or
more
you block,
subtle.
it's going to be good if it's going to help you in your healing process.
Yeah.
You know?
But if you're blocking just to punish,
Yeah.
I think you are not heading anywhere.
Oh, but this is very hard also, right, babe? Like, how do you know your intention?
Because when you go through it, very hard to determine
Yeah.
what your heart is.
I guess find a friend that is mature.
Yeah.
Find a friend that is healthy and then
Yes.
present this idea.
Yes.
I want to block this person for this time being because looking at him or her is just going to hurt me
Yeah.
further. So I
not
don't want.
helping me to heal.
So you have an accountability buddy.
Yes.
And then this person, like, okay, sure, no problem.
Exactly, talking to someone will help.
Yeah.
We meet a lot of young people going through a breakup, and whenever we ask them, "You okay? Okay, normal,
Yeah.
right?" Like I think being honest with what you feel helps. Like I go through it. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Just like be honest with it
Yeah. Be very, very honest with it.
and talk to someone.
Yeah. Because the last thing we want for you is to be known as a rebound guy or rebound girl.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad, we also have met individuals who actually don't mind being the rebound,
Oh.
right? That is another topic altogether because there's like desperation and insecurity there, but that's another topic altogether. But we
Yeah.
don't want you to be the rebound person,
Yes.
and we want you to be involved in a healthy relationship. Again, healthy relationship leads to a healthy marriage. Again, whether you work out with this person or not, it doesn't matter, but you're in it for health,
Yeah.
and when you get married one day, you look back, you're like, wow, I'm glad I made certain decisions that has pushing me to where I need to be.
Yeah.
And I think another one that would be very, very helpful is allowing time to grieve. Like you acknowledge it, okay? I'm going to prepare the tissue papers. Okay? I'm going to prepare the popcorn. I'm going to prepare the bottle of wine for those of you who are legal age, right? And yeah, just go through the pain. Mourn that loss.
How you went through a breakup before?
I had unhealthy ones and healthy ones. Unhealthy ones are like, I did whatever. Oh my gosh. When you're thinking of all these things, right, your English is just messed up, right? I did whatever it took. I did whatever it take, is it? To win that person back.
Oh.
Like,
But you're not moving on.
I'm not moving on. I oh my gosh, I'm so sorry guys. Suddenly my English is just messed up. I did whatever it take or took, babe. Right?
What you take?
Take to win that person back. Like,
Okay.
buy flowers
I
or
want to
whatever
know,
it is.
what did you do like in the past
Mm-hmm.
that helped you move on?
So the one that I know that really helped me was I had a good buddy. Um, we he gave me permission to be sad, to mourn over this. Like it was really painful. It's a couple of
Yeah.
years. Even though it was my fault. I had this savior complex as well, trying to be the best,
Yeah.
to save her, and such a stupid thing. But I was so grateful that a friend of mine, we had conversations. I was allowed to dwell in that pain. And then this friend of mine was like, okay, it's already 3 months. Do you still need time? We're okay with it. And then I begin to, and what worked for me was like, okay, I think I'm better now.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So I remember those healthy ones and I remember those unhealthy ones. So
Friends help you lah.
friends help me a lot. Those unhealthy ones is like, I want to get you back. And this was my problem. Like, I wanted to win that person
Have you
back.
ever like trying to move on by punishing the other person? I block you.
I mean, back
I'm
then,
gonna talk bad about you to this person.
back then it was just Friendster
You know,
and MySpace.
I think it happens to some people. Like
Yeah.
it
to punish her.
they thought that it's helping them to
I
heal.
punish her? Did you
Or
punish
to move
anyone?
on? No, but actually, if I look back, right, I wish there is podcasts like this in the past that I can listen to, how to help me handling
Right.
those moments. And in the past, there's only books, maybe
Yeah.
YouTube that time, but I wasn't really diligent to look.
Babe, when I'm thinking
But I really wish there is something like
when I'm
this.
thinking about this and having this conversation, right? Man, silly me back then. Like, why did I do all this? Why did I behave that way? I didn't even just. I remember
I
there
think
was.
you are much healthier than me. I think in the past, right, before I met you,
Uh-huh.
I don't think I ever handled a breakup properly. Maybe that's why also like I
I got a funny one. I don't know if I told you this before. I mean, I was also very young. I was like maybe like 15 kind of thing with this girl, man, and she broke up with me. And I was like, oh man, I gotta do whatever it takes to win her back, and all. And then I remember, so she happens to be the same school with my sister Rachel. Then I was like doing whatever it takes, like squeeze my brain juice. Did I tell you about this before, babe? No,
think
right?
so.
And it's so funny. I went to the pet store. I bought a rabbit. Did I tell you about this?
Why is she like a rabbit or?
I don't know. I don't even know. Again, because unhealthy, right? So just desperate, doing whatever it takes to just win her back. I bought a rabbit. And then went to this like gift store, bought a box and like, wow, try to be nice and put this rabbit in the box and all. And I try to hide it from Papa and Mama. I don't let them know. And I'm like, shout out to Rachel, amazing sister. I was like, Rach, you gotta bring this to school for me.
She brought it.
Rach was like, what? Why then?
She brought it to school?
But Rach did it. Shout out to Rach. Rach was an amazing sister. She brought it to school, right? She passed it to her. Then the girl's like, what am I gonna do with this rabbit? Next thing I know, what I found out was that rabbit was left at the guardhouse, babe.
She don't want you back.
Poor rabbit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I really wish there is a podcast like this because I remember that I never handled my breakup properly, that I
Right.
always jump into a new relationship so fast just for companionship. But when I met you, I really like you and
What's up, baby?
I don't want to lose you and I don't know, but I know that I'm not ready that time.
Yeah,
And I was actually at a point of I'm tired of dating. I'm tired of
I
failing
think tired of
relationship.
trying. Like,
I'm tired of failed relationship. So I actually want to make it work. But I was conflicted. Nobody teach me how.
Yeah.
Nobody talked to me about it. And I wasn't honest to anyone also about how I felt.
Yeah.
So that was difficult. Like,
Yeah. So again, the conversation today is to really help evoke that awareness in you and know that you're not alone.
yeah.
know that these personal stories that we share today
Yeah.
is to encourage you to talk to somebody. And if you don't have that somebody, know that Caroline and I, we are here and our community is here as well. Drop us a DM,
Yeah. So if you
email us.
before you close it, I know you're about to close it. Like if you want to know whether you're ready or not, maybe take a look. Are you still stalking your ex on social media? Or are you still like
that is like a modern way of knowing, right?
are you still like triggered a lot with a lot of feelings when you remember about him or her?
Yeah.
Or are you excited actually to grow, to be a better version of yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you are ready for that, meaning you are maybe you might be ready, right?
I like this analogy of, I think it was Caroline Leaf, Dr. Caroline Leaf. I think it's her. She talked about grief. She talked about pain and how pain is like a ball, right? A ball in a vase or a jar.
Yeah.
And can you imagine that people think that problems would always shrink, so that we always think that the balls will shrink and get smaller, but actually it's not the case. You are the one who grows. So in that analogy, she drew like bigger vase, but the same size of the ball. And if we could just encourage those of you who are listening, that memory with your ex will always be there.
Yeah.
But is that memory today helping you to be a better lover? Or is that memory today just making you vengeful, making you hurt?
Yeah.
I think you have to be really aware of that.
To think about it, I'm grateful for all the things happening in my past, like all the good and bad. I think it helps me to be a better wife to you.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
It definitely made me a better lover,
a
better
better leader,
boyfriend,
talking to like young people
husband.
about
Yeah.
relationship. And yeah, it made me to be a better mom. Getting ready. Ayla is 8 now. Man,
Yeah.
she's gonna be teenager soon. I'm not ready.
Yeah, it's just one of the things that Caroline and I we do is that we actually pray for Ayla's and Kyle's life partner right now.
Yeah.
I mean, for those of you who know, Ayla is going to be 9 in a few more weeks.
Huh?
Yeah. She's
Ayla?
she's gonna be 9 in a few more weeks.
She's
in the new year, right?
No, you don't count like that. No.
You count
so
the birthday?
fast.
Oh my
sorry.
God. Mommy
Yes, of
is
course.
like-
No.
But anyway, I mean,
I'm
she's
not
8.
ready for my kids growing.
She's 8 and Carl is 4. It's just a matter of time. Babe, it's so fast. In mere 10 years, she's going to be 18. The reality of dating. Carl's going to be 14, and our prayer is that, they will learn to be a person that would add value to their partner. And they will find a partner that will bring the best out of them.
Yeah.
And I think this prayers is more, it's not just for them, it's more like for us, right? To shape us and prepare us. But anyway, we're going off topic. If you are struggling with this, know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
Again, I hope that these personal stories will help you and will, evoke. We really want to evoke this awareness in you and know that you deserve a healthy boyfriend and a healthy girlfriend.
And a healthy relationship.
That's all we have.
Yeah.
See you for the next episode.
Bye.